What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Sperax today. Sperax, whatever it is, SPA, at the request of Mr. DL. Shout out to DL for keeping me honest here. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It is the 13th day of April, and here we are at about 0.003. It's been a long time since I've made a video on Sperax, but what a great time to make one, man. I mean, we're at pretty opportunistic moments to buy. Yes, the last time that I made a video, we were probably thinking that we were going to rip through the roof, that we were going to go to new all-time highs, bull market, all that stuff, and, well, it just hasn't been that way, has it? We've been in a bear market this whole time. You are at all-time lows. You are at some of the most opportunistic points to buy. Let's see, what is the market cap of Sperax? SPA. Come. Load up a little bit. Let's also look it up here, maybe. Sperax. Is it this one? Sperax Susu. Zach the Speraxian, SPA. It might be this one. Just doesn't look like the symbol that we have here. Is it the symbol? Maybe it is. I don't know. Sperax.io. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, let's see. March 27th. They haven't made a post all month of April. A lot going on. I'm assuming this is the one, right? Yeah, SPA. Yeah, okay. We're proud to share that SPA is now supported by Anchorage Digital. Okay. So yeah, not too many posts. I mean, maybe they're building. You know, I don't know, but at least there's something from like less than a month ago. So at least there's that. They're not just like the devs haven't just completely stepped away. SPA here. Oh yeah, look, the symbol has changed. Still can't find the market cap. I bet I could if I did it like this. Let's just see. Nope, it won't tell me. That's okay. That is okay. I know it's a low market cap. I know that it is pretty low. Maybe it'll load. If we're looking at this here, I'm just slacking, guys. I'm procrastinating. It's really simple, I think, to fix this internet thing. I'm just procrastinating. I need to just do it. I was actually waiting today to do it because I didn't want to do it over the weekend. Anyways, 003 is the price. 6 days, 11 hours left in the week here. It's a brand new week. Moving sideways, kind of consolidating. We look at this on a weekly scale. You do have bullish divergence on your weekly RSI. You have actually double bullish divergence. That doesn't mean you can't go lower. You could, but I have an assumption that you will see some kind of upside price actually come into play. You might even see over a 100% pump here come in at this 0064 level where you found support before. You might find resistance now moving up. Stochastics are definitely printing a little bit of bullish divergence as well. And the MACD is even printing some bullish divergence, which hasn't yet really enacted itself. Sperax here, market cap is 6.25 million. Very low cap coin. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you believe in the success of this project, you don't need much to make much. You know what I mean? Like you've got, if it were to see a multi-billion-dollar market cap at some point, which is what the successful crypto projects typically see, a multi-billion-dollar market cap in the space at some point, from 6.25 million, guys, that's hundreds of X's. Okay, if you were to see a multi-billion-dollar market cap, so you don't need a whole lot of money invested in this. You can really lower the risk and reap a lot of reward over time. And then if it proves itself, you can always double down and add more at higher prices if you want. But I definitely think, here, looking at the RSI, you are in a bearish area of control, as you are with the stochastics and even the MACD, but there are bullish signals that you want to see some type of relief rally here. We look at this from a high to a low, assuming this is the low. I mean, the 382 would come in line there. Maybe we do. Maybe we do go a little bit lower, and that 382 comes in line better with these areas of support here. I still believe that you have a day with destiny at somewhere around 006, 007. We're at 003 right now. So something on the lines of that probably over the coming months. But you very well could move lower first. We've moved sideways like this before, and then it promoted some downside. We weren't oversold like this back here, but nevertheless. Looking at this on a shorter term basis, 1 hour time frame, let's just see. A little bit of bullish divergence here on the RSI. A little bit, pretty bearish on the stochastics, bullish divergence on the MACD as well. Short-term turnaround, but what does that mean? I mean, you go from here to 0032 maybe, something like that, or maybe even less than that, nothing too extreme. This could be the point at which you bounce and you start that 100% move or more. Stochastics are oversold. The MACD is not really helpful because we're choppy and sideways. The RSI is back at the oversold zone to bounce, and you have bounced from here. But again, what does that mean? It's just like a short-term bounce. You're still probably working your way down. Daily time frame, looking at this, finding resistance here. Yeah, I very much do believe that what you're going to do is one of two things, and probably it's going to be the latter. One of two. You're either going to find support around this low, or you're going to see prices just below this low, and then that's where you're going to find support. I do believe you'll see lower lows, but you might find a slightly higher low or even like a double bottom and then prevail from there. But I do think you'll prevail. Your weekly RSI is set up. I think we're waiting. If I had to assume, I would expect that once the rest of the market shapes up, once Bitcoin and the rest of the market, altcoins in general, are just pumping, your time will probably come where you do see prices back up around here. Now, as far as new all-time highs go, again, you got a lot of proving to do. You've got a lot of proving to do before we're on that topic. You could see new all-time highs. You're at $6 million in market cap now, and you probably go a little bit lower, right? Assuming that you go down to like 0.0022 at some point. If you were to see new all-time highs, you could definitely see a multi-100x. It's if you were to get a multi-billion-dollar market cap, which even a $2 to $4 billion market cap is a lot. It is a lot of growth from here, but it's not like a high market cap, an unattainable market cap in the grand scheme of things. You can absolutely see something like that happen. Let's see with the unlocks. Max supply 5 billion, circulating supply. Yeah, I don't know what the token unlock schedule is. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Maybe look at the tokenomics. The token unlocks here on CoinMarketCap aren't always accurate, so just take this with a grain of salt, but we can try if it'll load. It does better whenever I'm not watching it. It's got camera shyness. I could definitely see this thing getting to new highs relative to these highs over here. And with that, if you were to get to new highs, you're probably going to see prices that are around 8 cents or more, 8 cents, 13 cents, and that could provide as much as a 30 to a 46x at some point, maybe in like 2 years from now, a year and a half from now, maybe next week. You never know. These things can pump like crazy out of nowhere. Probably not next week, right? Over the months to come, if not likely years from now. But if you are to see new all-time highs, the target areas would be closer to $1. And that is pushing the envelope. And we are a ways away from thinking that this is going to happen. Sure, it's a possibility, but is it a likelihood? At this point, that's would be ridiculous to say. You need to find support. You need to show some positive structure, some willingness to break through this serious area of resistance. Then when you do something like that, then and only then will we consider new all-time highs as appropriate, okay? But again, with the remaining supply to be unlocked, with the tokenomics, and it's just not loading. But that's okay. It's my internet is what it is. With that being unknown, you can always do your own research. That will hurt the price. That will hurt the growth, because let's just look at this here from an all perspective, price perspective. We look at this, you're at new all-time lows. You look at the market cap, you're basically at new all-time lows as well. So that's actually good. That's actually a good sign, right? That means that we're not selling off because of the token unlocks that are happening. We're just selling off with the rest of the market. I don't know when these unlocks happen. Maybe some of it's gotten burned. CoinMarketCap's not the best of that. There could be a lot of tokens that got burned, and it's just not implemented in here. It still shows that there's tokens to be unlocked, but again, it's probably not that hard to figure out the tokenomics. Just read the white paper. You can click on that, read the white paper, and figure it out for yourselves. Depending on what that unlock schedule is, imagine here you've got less than half the total tokens unlocked. If we had all the tokens unlocked over the next 2 years, the potential for you to get to new all-time highs, what would be a 200x in price, that would be like a 500x in market cap growth. And that's just, I don't think, it's not that it's impossible. It can happen. It's just less likely. And what would be more likely at that point would be that you see something around the all-time high, if not even below the all-time high. It might be lesser growth in a price perspective, but it'll be much more growth in the market cap perspective, which that's really what matters in these kind of situations. But sure, I think that you're at an area where, if you want to start DCAing in, you're at all-time lows. Buy low, sell high, that's what they say. And I do believe that we'll see some recovery. As far as how high that recovery goes, I'm sticking with that 006, 007 area, somewhere in that area. But you could go higher. We could see something, that goes up to 0.0 or to like 1.5 cents, double even more than double what I'm predicting there. We could see something that goes up to these areas of prior resistance, these areas of prior support here. You know, it could be a lot higher than what I'm giving it credit for, but you've just been moving down, bleeding slowly over time. So until you show some life, I'm going to be more conservative with my estimations than optimistic, right? Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. And I think I am being optimistic still, nonetheless. There's probably a lot of people who've just written this thing off altogether. And I'm not sure if that's the right move. I mean, maybe it is. I haven't been keeping up with the development of Sperax, but it seems like they're doing some stuff. But yeah, there is a little bit of a gap here, right? March 27th, they made some posts. That's nice. But then the latest post before that was like September 10th, October, right? January. Okay, so they do make some posts here and there. So they're keeping you updated, you know, here and there. That's good. That's good. You'll probably get a post sometime in April, but those posts aren't doing much for the price, are they? Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.